Hello, it's Wednesday. It's time for some comedy sports. Please welcome to the field, Braun Edge.
Hello, welcome to Comedy Sports. Thanks for joining us on a Wednesday evening. This is going to be a really fun match. We're really looking forward to spending a bit of time with you. And just in case you hadn't noticed our announcement, tonight we're not asking for donations for us. We're asking you to donate to Black Lives Matter. It's very important to us. And we have put a link in the chat, and I'll continue to put a link in the chat. And there's the website there. So if you can spare anything, please do. That'd be fantastic. If you've normally donated £5 to us, that's about $8. So, bump that up to $10 maybe and stick that in there. Anyway, Comedy Sports, if you've not seen this before, it's two teams. It's a red team and a blue team competing for laughs and points, and one team will be the winner. There are a couple of fouls. The first foul is the groaner foul. If someone says anything that makes you groan, like a really bad joke, I think we'll do an example of that. Felix, if you've got a bad joke to share, to give us an example of a groaner foul.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
I don't know. Oh, I do know, but I don't know. How many?
10 tickles!
There we go.
Yeah.
So if we have a joke at that level, the groaner foul will be called, and then the offending player will have to apologise to you. You'll get to decide, do you accept or decept that apology? If you accept it, fine and dandy. If you decept it, they will lose a point. Second foul is the brown bag foul. That could be called if someone on here does something a little bit rude, a little bit crude, because this is a family-friendly show. It's a show for everyone. And if we see that in the chat as well, you might get booted. So do watch that. And if the offending player, that gets called, although I think we've only had that called once in the last 3 months while we're doing this, but that's not a challenge, players. The offending player will have to put something over their head that they can find close to them. Anyway, I think that's all from me. Let's just get our players out. Let's get started. So, over to Felix.
On the red team today, we have John Cooper and the team captain, Kate McCabe. On the blue team, we have Dalu TV and the team captain, Sean Mason. Please welcome back, Braun Edge.
Hello again. Okay, we got our teams. We got our red team and our blue team. How is everyone today?
Good. I had a hot chocolate that probably had too much dairy in it, so I'm feeling a little bloaty. I'm having tea now.
I see. Anyone else? John's got big hair.
I was thinking of cutting my own hair, but I've not.
Sean, pull your pants up.
I am. I'm enjoying the show, Sean. But I'm actually feeling like John's hair, big and fluffy.
Oh, lovely. All right, so our teams are here. This is competitive improvisation. The first person to choose the first game will be the person's team who gets this right. That was very convoluted. So I'm going to ask Kate McCabe from the red team and Dalu TB from the blue team to pay attention, because what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play you a clip, and you have to, and the reason I've chose you two is because you were not there on Saturday when we showed everyone this. So I'm going to show you a clip and you have to figure out the answer to the clip. So hang on a second. Oh, hang on. Wait, I want to make sure I do this right, because we've learned a lot of things about sharing videos recently. Okay, here we go. Right. Which comedy sports player is singing? And I will say, Dalu, you've definitely met this player and you've performed with this player.
Does Dalu get first choice?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice, Kate. I like that.
Oh, yeah, actually, it's kind of rude when you think about it. You have to eliminate a person.
I'm going for something that sounds like it should be from EastEnders. Perhaps not a Mitchell brother, but a Mitchum. Vicky Mitchum.
Okay, Vicky Mitchum. Kate, who do you think is...
Well, your guess, Dalu, is wearing on my nerves. Rachel Waring.
Oh, well.
I see the comedic misunderstanding.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can play it a bit more.
Okay.
Before it's fully revealed. first person to shout who you think that is.
What? Rob Hudson.
It's not Rob Hudson, so now
It's
Darby
very
gets...
cold or maybe hot. I don't know.
Anyway, Darby, you get a second guess which player you think that is.
I am going for... I have no idea.
Kate was cold, so he'd put it in a mug.
Lucas Kirby.
Lucas Kirby!
Kate got there first. This is Lucas looking about 2 years old. There he is.
Oh, look how cute he is.
Aw.
And
Aw,
Tom
little Lucas.
Shaw in the background having none of this. There we
No, thank
go.
you.
So Kate won. Kate, you get to choose the first head-to-head. What would you like to play?
Well, to honor our opposing team today, I would like to challenge the Blues to a game of Blues.
Okay, the game of Blues. I assume you accept, Blue Team?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Okay.
John, I'll go first.
And who's going first, the Blue Team?
I'll go first.
Okie dokie.
Captain on captain action.
So, the chat would like to say that Hope Ryan got instantly that was Lucas. So,
Aw.
and Aunt Bear's called for a brown bum bag for Sean.
A loincloth at least.
It's not,
Okay, so
not brown or white.
we're going to play the game of Blues. I need your problems now. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And a lot of time we do this to just kind of, get away from those problems for a little bit. So let's have some of your more minor problems. We've already got a couple, so I'm going
We already had a couple. We saw Sean's butt. A lot of us
That's
are
right.
experiencing
We're
that right
still
now.
figuring that out. We're going to go with Hope's
We all
suggestion,
have one.
which is, we don't all need to see it though, which is it's raining. So it's a rhyming game. It's going to go back and forth. When one person has a rhyme no longer, they will be out and we'll rotate. Felix is going to keep track of the score.
I am indeed.
Excellent stuff. And Blue Team, you can begin with It's Raining.
I woke up this morning and it started to rain.
I looked down my knee. It felt the pain.
I racked myself. I racked my brain.
I walked down the street. I walked down the lane.
I needed something useful. I had to explain.
My favorite cowboy name, well, that is Shane.
I went somewhere where there wasn't rain, like maybe Maine.
But I was still walking. I used the cane.
Everyone knows that the rain is mainly in Spain.
Unless you're flying inside a plane.
Hello, Jane.
I mean, yeah, right, but it took too long. I also thought you were going to say cocaine for some reason.
No.
So,
I thought he just went totally off the rails.
Blue Team rotate.
Meh.
Let's say, hello, some people have popped in here. We've got Warrior, Stephanie, Grant, hello, Elna.
Hello.
Grace.
Hello.
I think I'm going to take Welsh Warrior's suggestion. I don't know. Okay. The suggestion is too many eggs. And Kate, you're going to start for the red team.
I woke up this morning, looked inside my fridge.
I thought this was my place, but this ain't where I live.
I live like a troll under a bridge.
But then I went where? To find where to live.
I'm gonna call it because they're not full rhymes, darling. But I want you to stay in because I think Kate manipulated that suggestion in a very poor way.
Oh.
Kate's out and John's gonna come in. Well, we never heard about anything about eggs, so
That's where they go in the fridge. I'm American.
they're not supposed to live in the fridge. Okay, so
I'll take it.
that was barely about eggs. So I'm going to go with Aunt Bear's suggestion of ill-fitting pants. I think it's a case of say what you see there. So, Darla, you're going to start us off with ill-fitting pants.
Woke up this morning, tried to squeeze in my pants.
But I couldn't fit in because they were full of ants.
I woke up and I pulled him down.
And inside,
That definitely wasn't a rhyme.
I know. I'm sorry. That was absolutely terrible.
You were too busy visualizing.
Thinking of non-rude things, to be honest.
Right, well, Sean's back. So let's rotate again, and let's say, a couple of people have said they can't fit in pants right now. I mean, I hear you. Oh no, Stephanie, this is very sad. We'll definitely take this. Stephanie's takeaway food has fallen in the mud. So Sean, you're gonna start. Why do I feel like both people rotated then?
No.
Maybe not.
No, I'm still out on.
Oh, good.
Being here in the fridge with my eggs.
Good. So John, start us off. Takeaway food has fallen in the mud.
woke up this morning, my food was in the mud.
I thought, oh no, that's not good.
I thought, should I eat it? I thought maybe I should.
I did everything I could.
Put it in my mouth, and out came some blood.
Ew. That's
All right, I'm in for Sean.
I'm gonna rotate both out.
Okay, good. Me versus John now.
No points for either of them, Felix. That round was
Okay.
awful.
We're in this, Kate.
Yeah, we can do it. Let's
Bob
bring
and
it
weave,
back.
baby. Bob
Bring
and
the
weave.
class back to the comedy. Come on.
Let's see.
Blues hat.
Eleanor Grace has suggested that a problem is that you keep eggs in the fridge. Let's go out of wool. You've run out of wool. So
Can I start? Because I want to redeem myself for a setup.
Great. Off you go.
I woke up this morning, had some naked sheep.
I thought, let me get one, but I've got to creep.
I'd made no noise, not a single peep.
But then I caught him, and look what happened to sleep.
I was like spectacular in Quantum Leap.
He took me to school. He thought I was a fool. But I broke him down, and I made some wool.
So Darley's just doing his own thing. I did enjoy the prop, and that's the only reason you got away with that round as well. So Felix, over to you. How many rounds were won by?
Well, the red team got all 4 points there, and the blue team got nothing.
I'm sure Kate was out at one point though.
Yeah,
Yes, but she didn't win the round. You just kicked her out.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm sure I won one.
Who knows? I didn't think there were that many rounds, especially as I asked for one. No points at all. Anyway, I'll accept it. Okay, so blue team, was it the blue team or the red team?
No, it wasn't us.
Right, red team captain and Kate, you won there.
Yes.
Would you like to play or pass?
Play.
Okay, great. Oh, this is going well already. Blue team, have a rest. We'll come back in a minute. So red team, you're going to play. What would you like to play?
We're going to play the game of Countdown.
Okay, great. So I will get a suggestion and then I'll explain the game. So John's in the chat. Get out of the chat, John. Hi, chat. We've had a lot of people join us since we started. So what I'm going to do is just put the donation link in there today because we're not taking donations for ourselves. We're taking donations for Black Lives Matter today. And if you usually would donate to us, that's lovely. Please come back and do that again at some point. But please do feel free to donate to that instead. It's a very good cause and we're absolutely behind that. So back to us then. Let's have I need a suggestion. Let's have a suggestion of a location. So just throw a location in the chat there. We're going to use that. We're going to use it as the starting point for this scene. They're going to do a 1 minute scene. I'm going to use my stopwatch here. And after a minute, I'll stop them. From then on, they will have to halve the time. So the next time they do it, it'll be 30 seconds. then it'll be 15, then it'll be 5. I know that's not half. And we'll see how they do. See if they can manage it, basically. And you'll get to decide which team at the end of this round does a better job with their game. So, throw in some suggestions of locations there. Oh, that's a good one, Amber. I like that. Deep in the heart of Texas is another suggestion, and not by an American either.
Ooh.
I actually, while these are coming in, I lived in America for a couple of years, and the first thing I had to do in choir was sing an entire American medley of songs.
So what was in there?
Deep in the Heart of Texas was in there.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yeah.
She'll be coming around the mountain.
I don't know, that might not have been there. There was something about a rose.
I'm a Firework by Katy Perry.
Yeah, definitely that ended with that. Yeah.
Okay.
in the late 90s.
Yes.
Dana, that's a good suggestion too. Oh, these are all great. I think I'm gonna take what ISS is.
International Space Station.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I enjoyed the acronym. Get ready, because we're going to use some acronyms later, I think. Let's go with recently opened Chester Zoo. That is your suggestion for your 1 minute scene. So, Red Team, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got a minute. Off you go.
Okay, so we need to replace every single penguin. You take it. Okay, and I'll just keep getting them out of the cooler that we've stored them in while lockdown was on. Here's penguin number 99.
They're not. I think they've been in there too long.
Just, what? No, just give it a herring. Give it a herring. Don't make me come over there, Fred.
Oh no, he's coming back to life.
Oh, God.
No,
Okay.
I-
I mean, that's the last thing we need is dead penguins, for crying out loud. Although, to be fair, they're already dressed for
The
a
kids are
funeral.
coming. I can see the kids coming. They're coming to watch now.
We're not ready. Take the penguins. Hurry.
We haven't got time. We'll have to pretend that we're penguins as well.
We forgot the giraffe as well. You be a penguin. I'll get the giraffe. It's too tall. I can't reach it.
What?
Worst penguin impression ever. Slap my stomach for a bit. Okay, so that was a minute. Now, I don't know at home. Who knows? We'll see if they can do that in 30 seconds. Right, Red Team, are you ready?
Yes.
Off you go.
Okay, penguins, they have beer cozies on them. Just take them. They're out of the cooler. 99 and 100.
This one doesn't sound like he's breathing.
Don't make me come over there, Fred. You give it a herring. I tell
Oh, yeah,
you.
it's coming back to life. Yeah.
Oh.
The kids are coming. The kids are coming.
What? No, more penguins. Take them quick.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll be a penguin.
that's what I was going to say to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Giraffe over here.
Okay.
So tall and spotty with a beautiful. Oh no, I'm falling from its neck.
Watch out.
All right, you did it. However, can you do it in 15 seconds?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, off you go.
Boom. Penguins. Boom.
Penguin.
Boom, they're cold.
Oh no, he's all right. Actually, he's fine. There.
Get him out of the cold.
The kids are coming. I can see the kids there. The kids, all of them. All the
Fred.
kids. Chester, coming
Okay,
right
more
now.
penguins then if they're coming. Hurry.
Okay. We'll have to be penguins ourselves. Not time.
Scale this giraffe.
Watch out.
That's time. That's time.
Okay.
So you almost did it.
I mean, we got the gist.
What?
I'm going to give you another chance to get it right and do 5 seconds. Okay? Not very long at all. Off you go.
Penguins.
Kids are coming. We'll have to be
Fred,
penguins.
I get the giraffe. Whoa!
That's it. Right, well done. You pretty much did it. Okay, so Red Team, you can have a rest. That was very exhausting.
Okay.
So have a little rest. Blue Team Captain, come on back. And Darla as well. What would you like to play to counteract that?
We're going to play public information film or
Ahaha. Okay, and the giraffe was in the freezer, question mark? It tried to bite a little chat going on in the chat there about the we were all concerned about the giraffe, to be fair. So public information film, we need a new thing to have. Oh, I don't know why I'm writing it like this. Have a public information film about. So you know, if you think about the videos that we see from time to time that give you information about what's going on, etc. We want a new thing that you need information on that needs to now be delivered by Sean and Dalu as a public information film. What's going to happen is we're going to play an old public information film about something else with the sound off, and Dalu and Sean will have to provide the new commentary relevant to what you've asked. So we've already got a suggestion of belts, I guess. I guess we could do belts. Why belts are important. There we go. It's been clarified. I like that. We might take that. Let's see. How to steal a penguin. I think we've just discovered that. We probably don't need to work anymore on penguin theft. I've just realised why you said why belts are important. Funny thing is, he's wearing a belt, so I don't really understand why that happened. Gas cooker.
A dead mouse.
What? Genuinely? Oh my god! So I'm looking at the chat, and it shocked me. How to keep your beard as opposed to lose it? Gas cookers. All I can think of is that one from the 80s with the guy who comes in and he realizes not to light his cigarette, and then his wife goes to switch on the light switch, and he just goes no. And he was in he's in Hello. Anyway, I've completely got
the best public information film is still the one about polishing a floor and putting a rug on it, which is only about 30 seconds long, but you should Google it. I won't spoil it.
Right, we've got. I think we are going to go with why belts are important.
Okay.
Because I feel like you need to learn yourself, Sean. Felix is going to bring the video, and you got 3 minutes max to tell us why belts are important. Off you go, Felix and Blue Team.
Have you ever walked on a autumn day and thought to yourself, my trousers seem to be falling down? Let me go home.
If your trousers start to fall down, you should lie down flat. This will stop the belt, which you'll see is pointed to here, from falling any further.
Now, this is what you need to do before attaching your belt. Clean it, make sure it's antibacterially clean. COVID is a risk.
This is where you should put any belts that don't work. And then you should bury them. Bury them in the sand.
After you've done that, maybe take the family for a walk. But be careful. Be careful for those that don't wear belts. Call the police on them.
These are not belts. They are children.
He looks like he sells belts, doesn't he? He looks like he wears a belt. All of these good gentlemen are belt holders. As you can see how happy they are with their families. One has spotted a non-belt holder. He runs away in his car, travels the motorway. Enraged, his car turns red.
This is why you should also eat ready brick. However, if someone offers you a belt that is not your own, you must turn it down. You can only use a belt that's been perfectly fitted to your own self.
Yes. Hey, let's leave it there. I feel like we actually need clarification as to what that was, because it looked a lot stranger than it actually was.
That was a compilation of some classic British public information films, including, by the looks of it,
Fear of nuclear attack.
which is the How to Survive Nuclear War.
It's when the face just went...
Remember that?
Oh, that was about something that we won't go back into.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, that was genuine advice during the age of nuclear assured destruction. If a nuclear bomb goes off and you can't get home, just lie in a ditch. It's easier to find the corpse.
Brother, I'm already there.
How about
well.
the kitchen?
There we go. Okay, so
Are
you
we
get to
happy now?
decide now.
Really?
Are we happy now? Anyway, red or blue? And by the way, it's a compilation of me and Felix who choose these videos. I'm not gonna lie. Once again, I only watched the first 30 seconds and went, "This is great. Let's use this." And I'm going to assume Felix just took that as blind hope from my side. Okay, so votes are coming in. We got red, red, red. Sorry, blue team. Red, another red, a blue, which is nice. Another blue. Oh, it's starting to even out.
There we go. Some people like really incredibly dark humor when they're trying to, enjoy themselves.
Other
from-
people like
red.
penguins. What are you gonna say?
That's the main thing that's literally been written in the chat. Is Lucy has said the penguins swung it. So currently, we'll just wait another few seconds.
Note to self: make every scene about penguins.
If you're feeling peckish, pick up a
Penguin.
Twix.
That's where I get all my
Just
jokes
love
from.
penguins.
Penguins.
Oh, we've got another blue there and another red though, so that's just.
Remember when Benedict Cumberbatch was outed as pronouncing penguins as penguins?
Yes, I also remember
Yes.
when he was in Series 2, Episode 4 of Spooks on BBC One, in a bit part for 2 seconds.
Okay.
That's what I'm working with tonight, guys.
So
This is what I'm working with.
The votes are in, Felix, and it's a red
Wednesday.
win.
A red win.
Red John!
In that case, there are 9 points for the red team. The blue team still have diddly squat. Ah!
Yum, 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 yum,
You
yum,
know
yum,
what, Felix? I will give the blue team a point due to the fact that I gave them an awful video in hindsight.
Then it's 1 point to the blue team.
We're on the
Fair.
board.
Yay. All right, so red team, you're very much in the lead. What big head-to-head would you like to play?
We're going to play a giant town hall-esque game of acronym panel with all 4 of us.
Okay, fantastic. So first thing I need are some character types because I'm going to endow them with types of character. So could be job roles, could be a certain type of person, but you put those in the chat and I will endow them. From then, what I'm going to ask for is a number of acronyms. They can be ones that mean things like ISS, which I just learned today. Or they can be completely made up. They can be your own initials. They can be whatever you want, really. So I'll need those second. And the way this game works, these characters will discuss the acronyms as they are in their world, in their character's world. Sean's disappeared.
I've come back. The cat wanted into the room.
Oh, I see.
To get his
Okay.
belt.
Sean, I'm going to
Immediately,
endow you
please.
with nosy neighbour from
Yeah.
Luke there. You're going to be a nosy neighbour. That's all that's come in so far. Oh, good things.
That's quite good, isn't it?
John, you are a snobby aristocrat.
Okay.
Or aristocrat, wherever anyone's. I'm not going to take vegan activist or weird cat lady because I am both, and I don't wish to see either of those. I think we'll take cats. Dalu, I'd like you to be a detective, please. And I'm going to take Dana's as well. And Kate, you're going to be a chatty stewardess.
I love it.
I know you do. I can feel it. So, what I need now are some acronyms. I'm going to take ISS to start with because it was already in the chat earlier. So, acronyms. I've spelled it very wrong, but I'm trying to be quick, so apologies. It's got like 3 extra letters in it. So, ISS, let's go. I'll call on you once you've introduced yourself. So let's start with Sean. Who is your character? And please introduce yourself.
My name's Clive. I am everyone's nosy neighbour. And, ISS quite simply means I see Susan. And you'd say ISS, which means I see Susan hasn't put the bins out again. I see Susan didn't clap every Thursday. I see Susan has been having someone around their house.
Oh, right. Okay, thanks, Clive. John.
Hi, my name's Bertie. Bertie McBurtface. And I live in the manor house just over there.
Oh, right. And what does ISS mean in your world?
ISS means I ignorant sensibilities.
So there's two I's in your ISS.
Yes, it's IIS because yes, that's exactly what it is. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
All right, Dalu.
All right. My name is Spoofer. I am the brother of that geezer that you call Luther. Malice, not now. I'm on a case.
What does ISS mean in your world, Spoofer?
ISS. I've heard about them. I've investigated them. They are the inspectors of silly scenes.
Oh, and what do you do with them?
I'll tell you what we do with them. We investigate them. It doesn't matter whether it has to get rugged, raw. But I'll be there, sending them down.
Right. Okay, and Kate.
Oh, well, howdy. My name's Delilah. I've been flying with Southwest Airlines for about 20 years now. And I will tell you what us ladies of the sky know as ISS. When someone with one of us, like it's Flo, she just says, hey, Delilah, it's time for an ISS. That means it's a snack and snooze. You see, it's a strategy. Sometimes you have clientele and customers up in the sky that you really get on with and you have a chat with them. And other times you're like, I'm just going to give them some fatty or carb heavy items and they're going to be tuckered out after eating this packet of crackers that's filled with additives and sugars and lard. And it's a snack and snooze. And then what we get up to while y'all are sleeping under your blankets, well, that's for Delilah to know and me to also probably tell you shortly.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, nice to meet you all. And let's go around again. I've got some acronyms that are like 20 letters right now. PMC, I know this well. PMC, Bertie McBurtface. What does that mean in your world?
P what? PM?
MC.
PMC. PMC means it's. Oh, hang on a minute, Mummy, can I have some Vimto, please, Mummy? Yes, thank you, Mummy. It's it means pass the carrots. It's an M, isn't it? Isn't it
It's an M, yeah.
Pass many carrots. Pass many carrots.
Okay, and Detective Spoofer.
That's lead detective Spoofer. Right. I know you've been following up some leads, but you're wrong. I've been working this case for at least 3 minutes. And I can tell you, PMC is the Prime Minister's magical comedians. These guys are the special forces sent out against poor comedians. We take them down.
Oh dear. All right. Delilah.
Yeah, all right. Well, this one is a little bit of secret. So PMC is a very exclusive term that I use with my friend and fellow stewardess, Cassandra. You see, sometimes those pilots go up in the sky and, you know, they ain't paying attention to too much. They put it on autopilot. So when I can see that they ain't paying attention no more, I say, PMC! And that means pilot me, Cassandra. And that's when she gives me the headphones like this. So normally I'm just wearing like a hat, like a pretty little hat. And I say, give me the headphones. And then I go, okay, is this the landing squad? I'm a flying this big bird from Kentucky to Alaska. And I need a place to land. I'm going to bring this plane down. We just do a little bit of role play, me and Cassandra.
Sounds horrible. Okay, Clive, PMC.
Well, PMC quite simply means pardon my curiosity. It's how I might start most conversations like, hello, Susan. PMC, but I couldn't help but notice your daughter's back. Not working out well with the husband, is it?
Oh dear. All right. Well, we'll find out a lot about these people. It's very interesting. Your next acronym is ABBA. ABBA. And we're going to start with lead detective spoofer.
Senior, now lead detective. I've been promoted. ABBA. I didn't know you lot knew about ABBA. Aeronautical biologists, banking accounts. This is a special division that's been created for comedians that are making too much money from bad jokes.
Right. Okay. That sounds dangerous. Delilah.
Oh, well, I tell you, honey, you do not want to be up in the sky and hear that acronym, ABBA. I will tell you why. It is not because you're having a good time playing one of the floor fillers at a wedding, dancing queen. If you hear ABBA in the sky, what that means, all is bonkers and bananas. It's time to exit, which is exit, but when you're wielding an axe, because things are not looking good. And you need to make sure that those other women and children do not block the exit. So you get your axe and you just hold them back and you say, no, it's cabin crew first. We're going into the Atlantic. And that's how you do it. So if you hear ABBA, I just say it. Everyone for themselves. That's all.
Okay. Clive.
ABBA is quite simply what I say to my good lady wife every Saturday when I notice Susan has changed the locks on her husband. Yes, it's Alan's behaving badly again, and she locked him out.
Right. Bertie McBurtface.
Yes, well, I've got a rather forgetful elderly relative, and when we're out having a nice time in the summer garden in the gazebo, we'll all be just sitting having a lovely chat, and then at the end, when we all get bored, we'll have a look around, and of course she's not there because he doesn't know where she is, and she's a little bit old, and Mummy goes, ABBA, ABBA, which means always bring back Auntie, and we have to go and look for her, and sometimes she's in a hedge or a ditch, you know, or she's tried to climb over the wall, and we have to bring her back in again because she doesn't know where she is.
We don't. I noticed that senior lead detective spoofer was taking a great interest in that.
I've been promoted again.
Oh right, what are you now?
Special Forces lead captain,
Oh my,
industrial leader, senior detective. Spoofer.
oh my goodness! Wow. Well, there you go. Well done. All right, let's find out which you think did a better job there. Obviously, we had two characters from each. You get to decide which team you thought did a better job. Was it Special Forces Senior Lead Detective Spoofer and Clive, or was it Delilah and Bertie McBurtface? Red or blue? Stick that in the chat and we'll decide which team gets 5 points.
Fun fact, Delilah and Bertie McBurtface are friends in real life. IRL.
Yeah, they are.
Fun fact, Clive has almost certainly snitched to Detective Spoofer.
Absolutely.
His neighbours were having a party.
Clive.
He's definitely been arrested at some point by the detective.
We got blue, 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 we got blue. Let's see. I mean, I don't think at this point it can go the other way. It looks like it's going to be a blue win.
Oof, that's a blue wave.
It's all blue right now. I think the enjoyment was very much in the Clive and the detectives' antics. We got a red there, but I can't see this switch into from blue. So I'm going to call it as blue. A big shout from down to there, blue. So over to you, Felix. Blue.
9 points to the red team and 6 points to the blue team. How exciting!
Yay! That means there's only 3 points in it now as we go into our final round. So blue team, you won. Blue team captain, what would you like to play as our final walk forward?
Ooh, so we should play SmackDown, I think.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
Oh, it's
so,
an almost fair fight.
so we need some things like job titles, things you'd buy in the supermarket, things you'd find in your house, in your car, etc., etc. Just stuff, basically. Just put a load of things in the chat, and we're going to use those in this final round. So the way this game works, these two things that I will choose will have a fight. So if I was to say the red and the blue had a fight, then I would announce who won, and then the person would have to do a joke. I can't think of one for red and blue. I don't know why I chose those. Oh my goodness, these are all
Everyone end up bruised purple.
I nearly said that, but it sounded horrid, so I didn't. So that's basically how this works. Felix will keep track of all the funny ones. I'll get a point for each of those, and we'll find out at the end which work. Okay, so we're going to go with Kat's suggestion of accountant and Ant Bear's suggestion of scented candle to start with. Keep them coming in the chat. I'm going to keep running back to the chat to get more stuff. But those are looking fantastic so far. So, both teams, are you ready?
That was accountant and, sorry, what was that?
Scented candle. Yeah.
Hello.
Off you go.
I saw a fight between an accountant and a scented candle the other day.
Who won?
The accountant took him to the brokerage.
I saw a fight between an accountant and a scented candle.
Who won?
The candle got blown away.
Hey.
I saw a fight between an accountant and a scented candle.
Whoa! That was really terribly loud. Who won?
The accountant. He could smell the money.
I saw a fight
Between an accountant and a scented candle the other day.
Who won?
The candle. It got right on the accountant's wick.
I saw a fight between an accountant and a scented candle the other day.
Who won?
The scented candle put him in a snuff film.
I saw a fight between an accountant and a scented candle the other day.
Who won?
The candle, of course. Wax on, wax off.
All right. I'm going to get two more. I'm going to take pub owner and nun. Pub owner and nun. This is be a horrible fight to witness. Pub owner and nun.
I saw a fight between a pub owner and a nun.
Who won?
The nun, she held her breath until she turned blue. Blue nun.
Oh, blue nun.
Oh, give the red team
Two.
2 points for that, because that kind of combined the two.
I saw a fight between a pub owner and a nun.
Who won?
I can't tell you one, but it got biblical.
I saw a fight between a pub owner and a nun.
Who won?
The nun. At the end, the pub owner was ailing.
I saw a fight between a pub owner and a nun the other day.
Who won?
Well, the nun had nunchucks, so I wasn't sure whether spoons was a good thing for the pub owner to go into battle with.
Yes, yes, I love that.
I saw a fight between.
Give the blue team 2 points just for Darley being very excited about one.
Weatherspoons, come on.
I saw a fight between a nun and a pub owner.
Who won?
The pub owner, he told the nun to get outside and face the sound of music.
Hey, all right, we're going to get two more. So, it's going to be a fight between a skull and a jockey.
I saw a fight between a skull and a jockey.
Who won?
The skull. No bones about it.
I saw a fight between the skull and a jockey.
Who won?
The jockey, he caved his head in.
I saw a fight between a skull and a jockey the other day.
Who won?
The jockey, he was only a little injured.
I saw
quite little.
a fight between a skull and a jockey the other day.
Who won?
The skull absolutely capped him.
I saw a fight between a skull and a jockey the other day.
Who won?
The jockey, of course. No, the skull, of course, because the jockey felt a little hoarse.
I would have also accepted, of course.
Point for Braun.
A one for me, yeah. All right, I will give you two more. Let's have clock. That's clock. And job centre advisor.
I saw a fight between a job centre advisor and a clock.
Who won?
The clock, he really punched my ticket.
I saw a fight between a clock and a jobs advisor.
Who won?
The jobs advisor had great forms.
I saw a fight between a clock and a job centre advisor the other day.
Who won?
The job centre advisor. Now all of the newspapers are giving him universal credit.
I
I
saw
saw a fight between a job centre advisor and a clock.
Who won?
The job centre advisor, he was always very punctual.
Huh?
I saw a fight between a job centre advisor and a clock.
Who won?
I don't know. It didn't benefit either of them because they both didn't have the time.
2 points for that one. Another double whammy there. Okay, so we're gonna find out from Felix in a moment which team did the better job there. But as we say from the start tonight, we'll accept donations to us, but we strongly feel like your donations would be much better served tonight going to support the Black Lives Matter movement, and we've just put a link in the chat there for you. So if you wanted to donate to us tonight, you're like, I was saving up all week to donate to ComedySportz, then please just divert that to this. Do go to that link and donate there. That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much in advance. So I think that's about all.
Don't forget Saturday.
Oh yeah, you know what, and Friday as well. So Friday 12:30 we'll have another match, another one of our lunchtime matches. And Saturday we have a special match, which is our Pride special. LGBTQ plus players from all around the world will be performing with us, and they will be. I'm trying to think where we've got people from. We've got people from Chicago, Philadelphia,
Minnesota.
Kate, do you want to say any more about that? Because you're going to be partaking.
Yeah, it's going to be great fun. All the donations on that night are going to go to the Pride Trust, and I think Pride Noir as well is the other
Rainbow Noir.
Proud Trust and Rainbow Noir.
Rainbow Noir. So that's a charitable match as well, but it's going to be really great because I'm really excited to play with ComedySportz players from all over the world, as in different places in America, the world. But we're gonna have a good time, and it's gonna it's an LGBTQ centered match, but it's still ComedySportz, all ages, family fun. So the players are just those rainbow kids and myself.
Absolutely, we look forward to that. Great. So right, over to Felix then. Give us the scores, Felix.
Well, the red team walked forwards 11 times, giving them 20 points. The blue team walked forwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that's it. So the red team
Yes! So close. Well done. And please play us Felix.
The red team today was Sean Mason with the captain Kate McCabe. The blue team was Dallo TB and Luke and Sean Mason. Thank you.
Lucas is not playing tonight.
I don't know why I wrote that down. Today's ref was Bron Edge, and I've been Felix J-Way. Thank you for watching.